The studio buzzed with its usual morning show energy. Bright lights, polite laughter, producers counting down with raised fingers. Snoop Dogg sat comfortably in his chair, dressed in a tailored tracksuit, sunglasses resting casually on his nose. He'd done this 1,000 times, interviews, jokes, charm, smiles. The audience loved him. The hosts loved him, or at least they usually did. Jenna welcomed him warmly, introducing him as a cultural icon, a legend who'd crossed music, film, and business with ease. The opening minutes were smooth, stories about cooking shows, community work, and the joy of reinvention. Snoop laughed, dropping his signature one-liners, the crowd responding right on cue. But beneath the ease, there was tension in the air. The producers had added a last-minute discussion segment, one Snoop hadn't been briefed on in detail. As the conversation shifted, Jenna glanced at her notes and smiled a little too carefully. "So, Snoop," she began, "some critics say celebrities should stay out of social conversations. They don't fully understand. What do you say to people who think you've crossed that line?" The room quieted. Snoop tilted his head slightly. "Well," he said calmly, "I say everybody got a voice. I just happened to use mine." Jenna nodded, but another host leaned in, pressing harder. "Still, some feel your comments recently were irresponsible. Don't you think influence comes with limits?" Snoop removed his sunglasses and placed them on the table. The smile faded, not replaced by anger, but by focus. "Limits?" he repeated. "Or comfort zones?" The audience shifted. The easy rhythm was gone. What had started as a friendly chat was turning into something sharper, something unscripted. The questions kept coming, polite on the surface, pointed underneath. Snoop answered each one steadily, but the tone in the room grew heavier. One host referenced headlines, another mentioned backlash. None mentioned context. "That's funny," Snoop finally said, leaning forward, elbows on his knees. "Y'all talking about my words, but not to me about why I said them." Jenna tried to smooth things over. "We're just asking what viewers are asking," she said gently. Snoop shook his head. "Nah, viewers ask for honesty. This feels like judgment dressed up as conversation." A producer gestured frantically off camera. The clock was running. This wasn't going according to plan. One of the hosts pushed again. "Are you saying the show is being unfair?" Snoop paused. The silence stretched, 5 seconds, then 10. "Live TV hates silence. I'm saying respect matters," he said slowly. "You invite someone here, you don't ambush them." The audience murmured. Jenna's smile tightened. "No one is ambushing you," she replied. "This is dialogue." Snoop stood up. Gasps rippled through the studio. "Nah," he said calmly, adjusting his jacket. "This ain't dialogue no more. This is y'all trying to box me in, and I don't fit in boxes." Jenna reached out slightly. "Snoop, we're live." "I know," he said. "That's why I'm keeping it real." He looked directly into the camera. "Much love to the people watching. Always speak your truth, but don't let nobody twist it." And with that, Snoop Dogg walked off the set, footsteps echoing louder than the studio applause that never came. The show cut to commercial early. Backstage, producers scrambled. Voices overlapping, phones already buzzing with alerts. Social media lit up within minutes, clips, opinions, hashtags. Some called Snoop disrespectful. Others called him brave. Most agreed on one thing: it was real. Snoop didn't rush out. He paused in the hallway, surrounded by his team. No yelling, no celebration, just quiet. "They wanted a moment," he said softly. "They got one." Later that day, Jenna addressed the walk-off in a brief statement, emphasizing respect and open conversation. She didn't assign blame. Neither did Snoop when he finally spoke on his own platform. "I don't walk off because I'm mad," he said in a short video. "I walk off when the vibe ain't honest. Dialogue gotta go both ways." Fans dissected every second of the exchange. Media outlets debated whether the hosts crossed a line or whether Snoop was too sensitive. But beneath the noise, a deeper question lingered. Who controls the narrative when power, platform, and personality collide? For Snoop, the answer was simple. "You don't owe anyone silence," he said later that week at a public event. Not even on morning TV. The incident faded from headlines eventually, replaced by the next controversy, the next clip. But for many viewers, the image stuck. A man standing up, choosing dignity over comfort, walking away from a chair that no longer felt welcoming. It wasn't just a walk-off. It was a reminder. Sometimes the strongest statement isn't what you say on camera. It's knowing when to leave the frame.